elected, and I remember he came outside the school, and mind you, he was president through.
Wait, back up. You remember Roosevelt?
Oh yeah, when he was just elected.
Right.
I might have been like, well, in high school I might have been 14, 15 years old. And he was president until what was it? I graduated in 36, 37. I don't know when he became. Well, he became president in 32. Second term.
Right.
And he was president one day.
And Joe's got grill and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be in good
And I
shape.
was like, what?
Wait, I'm gonna give you
Right.
that.
40 years.
Do they supply the
It
booze?
was on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a day. You know when they
We
say,
also put everything
you know
on
you
the
were
board.
where you were when they killed President Kennedy?
Absolutely.
I knew exactly what happened. It was a Sunday, and in those days, even though it happened at 7 in the morning that they bombed Pearl Harbor, we didn't get the news until late,
Right.
like today, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I remember was getting ready to go to a dance, going away with Gertie, and they bombed Pearl Harbor. Now, when they said Pearl Harbor, I really didn't know what they were.
You didn't even know what Pearl Harbor was.
I didn't know what Pearl Harbor was. So I went out, and Gertie was there, we're ready to go to the dance, going to New York, and she said, I said, Gertie, I heard that they bombed Pearl Harbor. She said, Pearl Harbor? She said, what is that? I said, I don't know, what is it? Oh, she said, I think it's a new brand of cigarettes.
No way.
I said, no, Gertie, it's a place. She said, oh, I don't know, like she wasn't that, But while we were at the dance, there was an announcement that all uniform, there was men in uniform then, should report to their base. And the president came on the very next day and declared war.
Wow.
Congress went to group. And let me tell you.
So what kind of feeling was that?
Oh, it was like, first of all, I don't know, there was an excitement in the air. It was like very scary. And then they had what they called, they would do the air wardens. They came with the lights and the air wardens would be in there on each block. And when you heard that siren, you had to put out your lights.
Right.
And a lot of times some people, say, oh, well, I'll just leave a lamp on. It's like my mother, leave a lamp. And all of a sudden he would blow that whistle. Take that light out, take that light out. Because once we were caught in Central Park or Prospect Park, they had dances there. And there was a siren and you had to stop. And what happened, we had a cigarette. The warden said, put out that cigarette. So I said, it's only a cigarette, not a light. He said, you know what they could see with a cigarette from? You think a cigarette light is nothing,
Right.
And you would have to do that. But you want to know, they never bombed anything. We never
Right.
put bombs. But what was crazy was we had to get books, stamp books. My mother had to get books, or each family had to get a book. And we were allowed to, they were like you rip out the coupon when you go to the store.
Right.
You're only allowed to say a fourth of a pound of butter. Say, for instance, there's 4 people in your house.
So they were rationing.
Yeah, rationing. 1 pound of butter. The same thing with the meat. And you all and sugar, butter, meat. Nothing was made. You couldn't buy a refrigerator. Couldn't buy a car. No, because anything was turned
Really?
into ammunition.
Really?
All those factories, instead of making washing machines and were making guns or whatever they were making.
So what would happen if, let's say, your washing machine broke?
No, you just had to fix it. You had to wait. But after the war, then you bought what you wanted.
Right.
And my mother would go to the butcher. Sometimes he would give you, I could only take a few stamps or, you run out of sugar or something.
Right. How do you think
cigarettes,
how do you think if that situation happened today?
I don't know.
How do you think the people of this country would deal with it? Do you think they can deal with it like you did?
No, they couldn't do that. They couldn't do it. Sometimes my mother could only get a certain amount of meat because she used her stamps, whatever
Right.
she did. And the same thing. And cigarettes, you couldn't get a pack of cigarettes. Because all the cigarettes everything went to the army.
Right.
So they would ration. So, for instance, the guy would say, Kansas store would get a car, right away he'd say, and there'd be a line, say from here to there. How many times I waited on line? There was 40 people in front. When I got there, he said, sorry, we're all out.
Right.
You know, I got, oh, for God's sake, you know? You just couldn't get cigarettes, you couldn't get a lot of stuff.
Right.
And you know what they had, we had to put in our window, every time you had somebody in the service, and they would have like a star hanging on your window. Sometimes you would see a window with 3 stars, that means she has three boys.
Really?
Yeah, my mother had 2 stars on the window. And God forbid somebody got killed,
Right.
you would see them a gold star on the window.
Well, have you ever seen that movie Private Ryan?
Yes, that was something.
So it's like that, right?
Yeah, and my mother had 2 stars at the Orleans. Sometimes they would see a gold star, say, oh my God, somebody's son got killed, you know?
Right.
And my girlfriend, we had a friend of mine, she was, what happened? Her boyfriend was in the, went overseas and all that. His name was Jack, I always remember. And she also, I got the telegram that he was dead. And we went to see her, you know, they had sedated her, you know, she was all upset. And a year later,
He shows up.
no, she gets married. They said Rose is getting married. I go, his brother married. Now
Right.
when we went to the wedding, we figured we'd go. I said, he looks like Jack. The brother looked just like the one that got killed. Maybe that's why she got, you know. And she ended up marrying him,
Wow.
the brother. That was something.
Wow.
But
I know when my grandfather,
yeah,
his brother, his older brother,
yeah,
had an arranged marriage to marry this woman, and his brother was killed in war, so now he had to marry his brother's fiancée.
oh, that's how they say it.
Hmm.
So this,
And she was older
yeah,
and not exactly that good looking,
no.
but he had to marry her.
But this guy looked just like the guy that was killed. It was an older brother. But he looked like him. We said, he looks just like Jack. Maybe that's why